I wish, I wish, I wish that everyone watching this video is having an awesome day today. Everyone has one time or another thought or said something under their breath about the demise of someone or their character. Don't try to lie. We've all done it whether we'd like to admit it or not, especially when a child is harnessing that power. One little girl changed the fate and perspective of Jordan Sanders in the new movie Little, starring Regina Hall, Issa Rae, and Marsai Martin. Would you wish someone to wish you little at your current age? Hey everybody, welcome to Terrell's Takes. My name is Terrell McGuire, giving valuable advice for today's black millennials through the lens of black movies and the topics they discuss. I give weekly reviews on black movies and actors and showing my appreciation for them because they are oftentimes unappreciated in these Hollywood streets. Help me celebrate the black actors of today and their movies by hitting the subscribe button and ringing the bell next to it. Little is about Jordan Sanders, a tech mogul starring Regina Hall, who is seen to be all about herself and her profession. She is a bully who one day bullies a little girl performing magic tricks outside of JSI, Jordan's company, who wishes for her to be little. The wish comes true, and Jordan wakes up in her childhood body, played by Marsai Martin. Because she can't run the company as a kid, she appoints her assistant, April Williams, played by Issa Rae, be the face of the company for the time being. Regina Hall, Issa Rae, and Marsai Martin are three lovely ladies making major moves in Hollywood today. You can watch more of these ladies by clicking on any of the affiliate links in the description below. Even in a kid's body, it takes time for Jordan to humble herself, put herself in others' shoes, and not to bully April and everyone she comes in contact with. The moral of this story is about not being self-absorbed, arrogant, and a tormentor just because you have age, power, experience, status, wealth, and success. Along with this video, I will be giving 3 quick tips on how to humble yourself in 2019 so that your true personality may shine. So be sure to watch to the end of the video for those tips. So tell me, what do you plan on improving about yourself going into the second half of 2019? Let me know in the comment section below. IMDb gave Little 4.8 out of 10 and Rotten Tomatoes gave it 50%. I give Little 3.4 out of 5 takes, or 68%. It is a very comical movie. The insults written for adult and little Jordan Sanders were on point, whether it was Regina Hall or Marsai Martin speaking. It is a movie to be entertaining, not serious at all. What I enjoyed most about the movie was Marsai Martin's stunning performance. She is easily the star of the show, and I truly hope that accolades for her performance comes her way. It is awesome to see a teenage black girl being a producer in a movie that she stars in. I give major props to her. A young black actress shaking up Hollywood is just what the industry needs right now. I would love to see more black teens doing big things in the roles that they play, like her and Amanda Stenberg. I see this movie to be similar to Jim Carrey's 1997 movie, Liar Liar, in so much that there is a kid who sees the flaws of an adult and makes a wish that makes them change who they are. Fletcher Reed couldn't lie for 24 hours, and that helped him realize the importance of what he had in his life, and now Jordan Sanders has become little at her current age in order for her to learn a lesson about bullying the little people. And by that, I mean kids, subordinates, and those who are inferior to her and her position. 3 tips everyone can use in their everyday lives to humble themselves include knowing where you came from and not letting certain events change who you are, being more compassionate to those around you by letting your guard down, and just because you're on top doesn't mean you're invincible. Before we dive into the tips that I want to share with you, which of these 3 do you believe you could begin to work on starting today? We all have our flaws and weaknesses. I'm socially awkward, I don't like confrontation, and I don't stand up for myself like I should. I would love to know what you could work on so that we may be able to work on ourselves together. First, knowing where you came from and not letting certain events change who you are. Jordan Sanders was bullied in middle school at a talent show for being the smart girl. From that day forward, she vowed to not let herself be bullied, which in turn made her the bully because of her experience. The thing is, she took never being bullied again too far and became what she was afraid of growing up. Instead, she should have simply stayed humble but confident in herself growing up. That is one thing we could all do more of today. Too many of us exchange humility for cockiness and arrogance to get what we want. We always have to look back at where we came from and not want to go back to that same place, but at the same time, not letting that place affect how we act towards people and our surroundings. Secondly, being more compassionate to those around you by letting your guard down. Jordan Sanders seemed to be a kind kid until the events that changed her entire world. She grew a hard exterior so that no one could break the stone wall and penetrate her innermost self. It wasn't even her assistant who made her change of perspective apparent, but 3 kids who she identified with because she was once in their shoes. Jordan, for once, stood up for the little people because she was once again identified as one and helped them grow and stand out. She had realized she was handling things in her life completely the wrong way, gained perspective on her entire life, and let down her stone wall exterior. Because of this, she became a more likable boss in her company, a friend, and was able to begin building a relationship, not just hooking up. And last but not least, just because you're on top doesn't make you invincible. Jordan believed that as long as you focus on yourself and not let anyone bully you, nothing can stop you. Continue to believe that even at the top. It is said all the time that it is easy to make it to the top, but the hardest thing to do is to remain at the top. So many of us are focused on becoming the top dog of something that we don't recognize the huge weight lifted above us, and we have to work even harder to keep it there. Just because you're the boss of a company or in a managerial position, we can all be knocked down a peg or 2. For Jordan, it was about 10. We all have flaws, weaknesses, and quirks that hinder us in some way. It is important to recognize those flaws in order to not become big-headed and understand that no matter what, we can always learn something new about ourselves each and every day, no matter how old we are. Thank you for watching my video, and if you enjoyed my content, be sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date with all things Terrell's Takes. I have more movies to watch and review, so I'll see you in a few. Until next time, that's a wrap.